I'd like to be under the sea in greetings, Japan. I saw a gentleman who was going into a train station, and he had a big clump of newspapers in his hand, like a big clump of newspapers in his hand. And every time he like saw a camera, he would effectively just do this, and it was quite interesting because I was like watching him from far away, because he was just like, Dad, I don't want any cameras seeing me. I don't want anyone to know I was on this train line or something like that. It was interesting. I thought it was quite interesting. But gosh darn, it's a beautiful day. Beautiful Mount Rocco cascaded in the distance out there. The new tram line coming into port, or just leaving port, leaving the station. I think this is one of the coolest little cars because they've got wheels. It's a tram, and it's completely automated by nobody. It's like there's no one driving it. It's all electronic. Hey, Peggy Brandy from Georgia, greetings. Thanks for joining, tagging along. Today I'm just walking and talking. Normally I try to go to a theme park or go find someplace interesting, but don't have that kind of time. So just want to hang out in this area, just chillax a little bit. Last time I was here, the Japanese Coast Guard was doing training operations, and there was pirates in the water. I did a color commentary as it was going on, and I was like, "Oh, it's better film this because you're not going to see this every day." All was dead, but it's obviously not. One thing about Japan, it's either feast or famine. It's either super small or super big. And today, you're super big. The Venus 7 from Panama. Cool. I wouldn't expect Panama ported in Osaka. But hey, I'm sure those guys happen to be out and about. I see some people down there having a picnic. I joined them, but I don't think they know what I'm saying. Some big ships out in the distance there. Oh, I'm happy about this camera. I can zoom in pretty far. God, it's a beautiful day. They say you should really go outside in days like this because you never know when you're gonna get another one like this. And time is such an interesting thing. Once it's gone, it's gone. So enjoy it. Seeing this. Hello, all you wonderful people. Hey, Joe. How's it going? This reminds me of the thing in the Goonies. YouTube cut me off from telling that joke. Move on anymore because I just got kicked off like 3 times. Why there's clamshells in this? Oh, like someone went to town. There's a bunch of clamshells in there. I guess it's the birds. Okay, who's all still here? Because I know I lost a couple of you guys. I'm gonna guess that SNS is still here, and I'm gonna guess that Joe is still here. Those are the 2 guesses I got. Oh, Atomic Fox. See, I was wrong. I made a wrong assumption. I got 1. Beautiful day. The one thing I wish was still in Japan, and maybe it'll come back again next year sometime. But I did like that Coca-Cola coffee. And I'm upset with myself because, I took breaks from drinking soda. And I took those breaks when they started reselling it again. So I missed a month of that. And as I was saying earlier, time is something you can never get back. You can never get more of, never get less of. And I missed my time with my Coca-Cola coffee. If they have it in here, I'm gonna flip my wig. My wig will flip. You'll see a wig flip. They got Dr. Pepper, which is not surprisingly with Coca-Cola, but in America, Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper period is its own entity. In America, be on the East Coast of the Mississippi, I believe they are run by Coke, like they get put into Coke machines, but on the West Coast, they get put into Pepsi machines run by Pepsi. I believe that's their deal. What's the weirdest place I've ever been in Japan? Okay, hold on. I gotta think. There's been a couple times where I've said like, what the? Off the top of my head, I can't really think of anything. There's a couple places outside of Tokyo that I want to go to one day that are really strange. Off the top, maybe the strangest place was the recreation of Kowloon Walled City, the Anatawa no warehouse. I thought that was pretty crazy. Bay. There's Bay. Bay's over there. Hey, Tommy. Tommy Gomes. I always want to call you Tommy Games because I just see the O and I think it's an A. But it isn't. It's not. It's something else. Out here, I don't know why, but like that whole lock idea really took off. On the ends of these like docks, they have locks, and over here there are a ton of locks. I believe that came from the idea in France, and they had to cut all the locks off the bridge because it was like making it heavier. Oh, I imagine they make things. This is definitely the cheapo version of of the French stuff. Do you think if their love breaks that they just come here and they break their lock like What in the wild world of sports? Yeah, I've been to Nagashima Spa Land. I have. I went to I did a whole video just on the haunted house. And I got people who were like, "You were in there so quick, couldn't see anything. I couldn't see anything. Why don't you stick around in there?" I'm like, I don't know if I can film, but I just did. So, but got Evil Dead Kid on right now. Everybody give it up for the amazingly talented Jeremy DeMoss. Expedition Theme Parks here too. Oh my God, we got celebrities. I'm glad someone liked the ET video. I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, you really have to look for it and you have to know it's there. Evil Dead Kid is on. Jeremy DeMoss. I can't believe I get celebrities like Jeremy DeMoss and Expedition Theme Park coming on my boring live stream when I'm just walking around and enjoying the sights and the sounds. Well, thanks. If you do, Expedition Theme Park, you'd be doing me a huge favor if you shared it. A huge favor, because you have a wider fan base than I do. I simply have my friend Jeremy DeMoss, everybody. Yeah, get PewDiePie, yeah. I think he's a little busy right now. I think it's crazy to me that people are still like going on, and there he is, whenever he gets messages, hi. The PewDiePie and the T-Series stuff is still going on. But right now, I'm like looking at my selection to drink, and I'm thinking, what do I want? I want like let's see here. We got Coca-Cola Classic, Coca-Cola Classic, Coca-Cola Classic. Actually, sorry, like I said, in Japan, they don't have Classic because they never had new Coke. But they have Coca-Cola Plus, which I guess has 0 calories. And Real Gold, this stuff will give you hair. everywhere. It's like a harsh drink, but it's good. It's good. It'll wake you up. It'll wake you up. It's the energy drink, preferred energy drink of Japan. Mountain Dew's out here, but you'll be, it rarely is a day where you'll see people like, I want, you never post to Twitter anymore. Oh, trophies don't float. Wait a minute. Trophies don't float. Okay. Well then, I will tweet it out after this stream, because I don't know how to use Twitter. I don't get it. I don't understand nothing. I'm just a simple guy making his way in the world. By the way, if you ever see this T-posing thing up here, Pocari Sweat is good. This is the symbol for the bank, or not bank, sorry, it's the symbol for the post office. That's the symbol. I think I see more Pepsis than I see Coca-Cola. It's a battle out here too. But I believe Pepsi, it was either Pepsi or Coke, so please don't quote me on the exact one. I believe Pepsi won the USSR back when they were in the Soviet Union, and technically they couldn't pay them because like they were the enemy. So like the USSR donated a bunch of fleet cruise ships to the PepsiCo company in order to pay them off. And for a minute there were like the superpowers of the sea. It was like America, China, Pepsi Cola company, because they owned the most. Would you come in May? You're coming in May? Oh my goodness. Yeah. We'll hang out. I'm surprised you're not coming in October. Okay, so I know that you go back to Europe every once in a while, but once you come to Japan, the one time you're gonna come to Japan, you're gonna be like, I need to go back. This is I look at like Justin Scott. He goes to France a lot for Disneyland out there and stuff like that. But I think once people start coming out here, they're gonna be like, I don't want to go back. I'm gonna come back. Pepsi and the Soviet. I'm down, Sam. Definitely hang out. By that time, I'll probably be in Tokyo. Is that during the Olympics? Is the Olympics in May? Because that sounds like a time that the Olympics would be. I'm gonna go to the abandoned place over yonder because I'm bored and I don't want to walk in here and drink Pepsi. They do not have Hawaiian Punch out here. I have never seen it before. I believe the best place to go get Hawaiian Punch is going directly to Hawaii, because there you can get it fresh. July is Olympics. Okay. Yeah, you're dodging a bullet with that one. I imagine that the planes are going to be more expensive. They just initiated attacks right after I left to go to Vietnam. Disney Sea's awesome, Martin. I think Disney Sea's one of the best parks in the world. May come back for Asian Gen in October. I can't come this year because I'm doing a month. Okay, yeah, there you go. I like I said, I'll probably be out in Tokyo, probably be out very, very soon. Hey, Mike Ebb, 100. Hey, Scott, buddy. I'm not going to be doing as much Horror Nights coverage because I won't be in the area. But I'm going to try to come and do all the haunted houses and such. If there was anyone, Sam, I really appreciate that you're coming to Japan. I'll save the date and all those things, but I will have to probably work. So, I won't be able to hang out with you every day, and, things might not line up. However, I'd be happy to. Ooh, Fuji-Q. There's a name I haven't heard of in a long time. Fuji-Q. Ooh. Fuji-Q is like a what do you call it? Like amusement park. It's more like a Six Flags, or like a county fair with some really great rides. However, Fuji-Q is a beast. You want to go like Fuji-Q. You want to go on a day that there's school, and it's during the week, because that place gets packed. Beautiful place, but man, oh man, oh man, oh man, will you be waiting in lines for hours. That's a place where you just like, they're like, hey, welcome to Fuji Q. Line starts over here. In non-theme park related things, I am super duper uber excited today, because today's the day I actually get to go and volunteer. It's a rarity. I don't ever volunteer out here. However, I used to work for an orphanage. I don't really tell people about this, but for about a year and a half, I worked with list. Yeah, I'm on uni meetings. I can't go opening day. Oh well, enjoy. There's a channel called Spoke Me. He recently got the Universal Media Pass. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. Oh, you guys are talking to one another. Oh, I see. I used to work for a place that, I used to be friends with a guy who would let me do stuff like that. Orphanage, yeah. I used to work for a orphanage out here in Japan, and I used to actually get paid. And the kids and the teachers are asking about me, and since I'm still in Osaka and I have free time tonight, I'm going to go do a class with my teachers at an orphanage. So it's actually pretty cool. I get to volunteer and I get to help out. I'm really excited because I haven't seen the kids in a year, and they're still there. So it's gonna be a good thing. It's very purpley. It was like Thanos. Sometimes streamers run into eat. You never know. Like especially Sam, his stream, and Deshaun showed up on his stream. I was like, whoa! There's a face I haven't seen on it. He just shows up randomly. There he is. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. There he is. I would go up to the top of that place, but it's 1,000 yen. I don't want to pay $10 to go up the top there. Deshaun's a funny guy. He's a really funny guy. He's got a good little. he's a nice guy. So Sam, have you run into Eric Yates of Behind the Thrills? I imagine that you guys would run into each other at bits and pieces. He does media stuff. I sometimes write for him. I've been friends with him for like 10 years. Oh, go to the top of a building if you're so great. Climb this wall if you're so great. That's Wimp Low. We trained him wrong as a joke. You always make videos about what I can do, what you can do, what we can do. When are you gonna do? Gonna make a video on something we can't do? Okay, climb Mount Fuji. That sounds like something I could do this year. I think that might be a goal to set for myself. Hey, if I die, by the way, just let you know, I tried climbing Mount Fuji. I think I'll be fine though. I know he is, but I have not met him. Yeah, he's not too hard to find. He's a good guy. You ever run into Tim Tracker while you're out there? Atomic Fox. I don't like, when I first came out here, I was like, yeah, maybe I'll go out there. But after the fallout that was Logan Paul's visit to Japan, I don't think it's really worth the trouble of getting out there. And you know what you're gonna find. So, I mean, it's all relative. Should make a mutant movie right here. Yeah, man, how you doing? This is where we're gonna make the Host 2, Host with the Most. Anyone see the movie The Host, about the Korean movie about the monster that was created because there was an American soldier who was like, take those chemicals and dump them in the water. And he's like, but sir, these chemicals are corrosive. I'm Korean. And like, I'm American. And I tell you to dump it in the sink, you'll dump it in the sink. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And then a scary monster comes out and eats people. So that's why you always listen to where you're supposed to throw away your dangerous chemicals, because you'll get hosted with the most. I got 3 likes and 14 people. Come on, folks. Come on. That's all I got to say. But by the way, Sam, I will, without a shadow of a doubt, I will post on Twitter my link for that ET video. Because Lord knows, I don't think I'm going to keep this video up, because it's just me talking and walking and just shooting the breeze. I actually like doing this because I get to shoot the breeze sometimes with my friends like Jeremy DeMoss, who is passively watching, passively like, if there's been anyone that I've been if there's anyone that I've really wanted to come out to Japan, it's been him. And I've been for like the last, let's see, 4 years saying stuff. I'm going to tell you guys a story, okay? A story about Jeremy. I've known him for roughly about 8-9 years, okay? And I've been gone. I've been out here. I've been in Japan for a very... Fuji-san! It's happening. Martin, thank you so much for the $2 donation. Thank you. Thank you. So let me tell you, he's not a kid no more. He and I were supposed to go to a theme park when I came back to Orlando. And he said, do you want to go here? And I said, yes, I really want to go. And it turned out to be Universal Studios Volcano Bay, and it was great. It was a really good time. Had a wonderful time. Nothing went wrong. And I really got to thank him for hooking me up, and also my friend David Osser for making sure everything went smoothly on that day. And then afterwards, out of the kindness of his heart, he bought me a chalupa, because they don't have chalupas. They did for a little while here in Japan, but they don't have chalupas anymore. He bought me a chalupa out of the kindness of his heart. So everyone, please say thank you to Jeremy DeMoss and for Martin for that $2 donation. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. And that's the story. Yeah, I think Japan's going to be just rampantly wild with tourists. I think this place is just going to be popping. Hey, Completely Disinterested. By the way, Completely Disinterested sent me a link to a new intro video. I've had a couple. I might throw that up a couple times. Thank you so much for that, by the way. I really appreciate that. It's very nice of you. I'll credit you if I put it on there. And thanks, man. I've been trying to just pump stuff out, and that ET video took me like 3 days, because I was just like, I don't want to edit anymore. I just want to sleep. And I've become addicted to Enter the Gungeon, and my Wi-Fi connection isn't so good at my house, so I can't really play it on stream. So the Saint of Chalupa Supremes. The one problem though, the one thing that was wrong with that day was that I asked for no ice, and there was clearly ice in that cup. Man, I have to go back to America just to get a cup of that ice. I heard about that SNS, but I think that they're not going to do that. I think they're going to just, instead of taking the land for a third park, thanks, completely disinterested. I think instead of doing Disneyland, Disney Sea, Disney Sky, they're going to just keep Disney Sea and Disneyland, and they're going to do expansions. But I don't know if that's true or not. However, if it was going to be Disney Sky, what I've heard is it's going to be like a building, like a tall building that you go up into Disney Sky. However, I have no idea. And I was also talking about 2020, right over yonder. It's hard to see. There's a big red crane in the way. If I can zoom in there. Just behind that is Universal Studios Japan. It's gonna be popping, because just a couple months, Super Nintendo World's gonna open, and I will not be here for the opening of that. I 100% will not be there for the opening, but I'll go in the first month. Hey Marty, good to see you, dear. Little Oz Laurel, I'm just shared this with my niece. She's homesick for Japan back in Oz. I'm sure it is. It's a beautiful day today. It is. I'm getting spied on by the helicopter up there. It's so nice. That makes sense. It's the only way we can do it. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't make Columbia. You can't do the thing from Biohazard Infinite, which, I mean, a lot of people would enjoy that. That was a great experience, a really great experience. It was one of my favorite games I played. Oh man, the one thing I can't express right now, and I say this every once in a while in videos, is smell. If over there is the place where they burn the trash. It wasn't that stinky. No, I did not play DLC. I know you go back to Rapture, but I'm not too big on such things. Hey Mark, how's it going, bud? God, it's a beautiful day. Yeah, you can't go any further anymore because the storm really mucked up this area, and I guess they're worried about people getting hurt on land that's abandoned. Got to clock out, go to work. See, that guy, he's working so hard. He's even watching my streams on his work. You know that his work is really taxing. One time I was out here because you should come at some point. Well, maybe one day I'll check it out. I played half of BioShock 2. It was quite a experience, but I didn't like it, so I gave up on it. And then when Infinite came out, I really wanted to play it badly, and I couldn't put it down. I believe it's because the people that made that are the same people that made the first game. Over yonder, like I said, today I'm going to work at the orphanage. I used to have a year pass to the aquarium, which is that big blue building right there, and I loved going there. The only problem about this aquarium is that it goes in a circle, or not a circle, like a line. You have to follow the line, and if you want to like see a certain section, like if you want to see like the dolphins or something, you have to go in a line to get there, you know? Hey, Movie Maniac. And I would get off work a little early sometimes, and I'd have an hour to myself, and I'd go into the aquarium and just kind of like chill out and just watch the animals. And on a weekday in the middle of the week, there's not too many people there, so you can kind of like interact with the animals. And I used to do a lot of live streams to that place because it was a really calming place to go. And there were sometimes I would go on like the last hour that was open and no one was there, and the animals would like look at you and interact with you. There was an octopus in one tank that was very curious, extremely curious. But the thing, yeah, the shark tank, the huge shark tank, with the open ocean area that they have with the whale sharks. However, I think they say this is the biggest aquarium in the world. That can't be true because the Georgia aquarium is immense, absolutely immense. Oh, the sunfish look creepy, right? Well, anyway, the thing I saw that really shocked me is I went to the back because I wanted to get a picture of the mermaid that was back there, and I saw a cat bloated dead in the water, like just upside down. It was the most like it was terrible. Which would you rather go to, a zoo or an aquarium? Probably an aquarium. Mari213, I was kicked out of an aquarium for fishing. Well, you obviously haven't gone to aquariums out in Japan, because there is an aquarium up in northern Osaka that you're in and catch your food. There's a huge fishing tank that you're actually able to catch fish. So joke's on you, but it's obviously not like you can't catch a whale or a shark or anything like that. But over in Vietnam, I don't know if you guys saw that video at the oh shoot, what was that place? In Vietnam, there's the Buddhist place, So Ten, Shu Ten, or something like that. And they have a place where you can catch a crocodile. You're actually not going to catch them because they'll kill it. You actually fish for crocodile. And as you're leaving, you can buy some purses and some mini crocodile. So it's one for you, one for me. kind of thing. A lot of people, or one person was like, wait a minute, this place is a Buddhist themed place. Why are they so mean to the crocodiles? And I'm like, yeah, I get that. I get what you're saying. I hear you. They don't sell boots, but they sell wallets. And I think belts. I think I remember seeing belts there. One thing I like about DLC for BioShock Infinite was seeing Rapture before they went all wrong. That's kind of cool. I would like, I believe the BioShock Infinite thing. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, because you're more on the video game side than I am. I only play small indie games because I don't have the software to run it anymore. The game, I can't shoot. That game is like a alternate thing that could have happened. It's an alternate path. You're like a private investigator. It's like the same two people, but it's an alternate reality, right? Speaking of video games, I went over to my friend Roger's house last night, and we played a game I'd never heard of before called Multi-Bowl, which takes like 300 like old games from the 80s and 90s, and they just say, okay, score a point, and you have to figure out how to play the game. It's like WarioWare. It's not publicly or commercially available anywhere because it's games featuring licensed games, but it's incredible. It's very cool. I want to play that again. Any talk about the Zelda game, Link Awakening on the Switch? What's the Switch called there? Switch is called the Switch. It's the same. And the Wii's called the Wii. The Wii U's called the Wii U. Xbox called Xbox. I haven't heard it. I didn't play the Link game that came out for the Wii U that got ported to the Switch. Seems like it at first, but there's a lot more. Okay, I don't want to. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Okay, then is that like really the true ending of the game then? Because I hate when they do that. I hate it when you're like, okay, I'm gonna play a game, then you find out that the actual ending of the game is locked behind DLC. Since we're on the talk of C and DLs, anyone interested in Tommy Wiseau's new movie, Big Shark? My 6-year-old daughter's addicted to Mario Kart. I couldn't be happier. Oh, come on, that's baloney. Well, whatever. I'm excited to do the Mario Kart ride that's here. But the sea, something about the sea. Tommy Wiseau's new movie, it's a simple film from what it seems like. It's called Big Shark. Him and Greg, whatever his name was, Wiseau, are walking around LA, like hanging out, and all of a sudden water shows up and goes to their legs, and they're covered in water, and they're like, what the water here? What's going on? And then there's a big shark. That's the movie. That's going to be it. I cannot wait to see a horror movie directed by Tommy Wiseau with a big shark. I think he's going for the lowest common denominator, because as the angry video game nerd said that, angry video game nerd said, there are no good shark movies except for Jaws. He's like, is it Jaws? No, it's not a good shark movie. However, I did like, what was the shark movie I liked? The Shallows was very good. Baby Shark too, that song, what everyone's favorite. The Shallows is really good. Unfortunately, I think they really picked the wrong trailer title for that film. The Japanese title is called Lost Vacation. Speaking of this shark is tearing me apart. Why? I don't have a feel in the world. Jaws 3D. That is a garbage film. Shark 3D has a part where like a guy is stuck in the mouth of a shark and he's got a grenade in his hand, and like they're like, oh, he's still in there because he hasn't like chomped him up, and they like pull the pin and they blow the shark up. He goes to SeaWorld. The shark movie you should see is called Jaws 5 Cruel Jaws. It's an Italian ripoff movie that features a guy who looks like Hulk Hogan, and I believe involves the leader of the boss of SeaWorld using dolphins to attack the shark. I think they just use, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the bits and pieces of it because there's like some really terrible parts that are like, we're going to steal some stuff from here. Like, oh, just, really simple, hammy acting. Later, Sam, I'll send you a link or the Twitter thing later. And thank you, man. By the way, if you guys have not, you should definitely check out Sam's channel. He puts out great material all the time, and he's constantly making videos about things I've never heard of before, or things that are incredibly interesting. He did a video on the Smiler, which has a really rocky history, and I don't want to tell you exactly what happens, because if you don't know, one of the worst modern disasters on a roller coaster in the last 10 years. Was it 10 years yet? Yeah, I think the last 10 years, and it's great. If you want to watch that video, it's called like the troubled history of the Smiler. Expedition theme park. I always say Expedition Everest. He does a great job. Sorry, we're talking shark movies over here. I've seen Sharknado, and the only one that was my buddy's in that movie for a bit. I have a couple friends that have bit parts in that flick because they were in the area and they were hired by the company that was being filmed. Is this some kind of port town or something like this place? This is just like, it's called literally called Seaside. This is the Seaside area. It's kind of. I believe that's Umeshima, like Dream Island. Like I said, that's where the 2025 Expo is going to go, and a casino which is being built now. Right now, the only way to get to it is either take a bus from Universal Studios or just behind Universal Studios and go all the way that way, or walk from Universal Studios and walk on that bridge, walk past those beautiful Willy Wonka inspired garbage factory places, and then keep on going. It's a long walk though. If you're gambling, I don't think you want to walk without that money in your pocket. Great Scott. We got Back to the Future jokes here, everybody. Here we go. We got the Jaws 19 joke, and then we got all the, would you heavy? What's wrong with the gravity in the future? Yeah, you could swim if you really wanted to. I think the current would suck you into the city though, or suck you out to sea. Either or, it probably wouldn't be a good day. I don't know if I want to swim in this water either. Speaking of which, no, I never got a Pepsi Perfect. I just wanted a Pepsi Free. And they said, if you want something, you're going to have to pay for it. I don't think they actually sold Pepsi Perfect out here during that time, even though they had the ride and everything. I should have scored a t-shirt. I have way too many t-shirts. They have to actually liquidate what I have pretty soon. But Back to the Future should have been a shirt that I bought. For the ride out here on the back, it had the same font as the title, A Perfect Way to Travel Through Time on the back. And just the front logo was Back to the Future, like the DeLorean, and then the ride logo. Sorry, can I have a tab? If you want a tab, you're gonna have to buy. Okay, I'll just have a coffee. Yeah, I was on the ride. If you look up I think one of the 2 highest viewed videos on my channel. One of them is on the Back to the Future ride, or two. Yeah, one of them is on the Back to the Future ride, like the last day of operation. There were so many cosplayers there. I actually tried to promote that video a crap ton, but it's not many people seem to. Whatever. But every once in a while, I'll throw it into the Back to the Future group. And when I was a kid, I rode that ride so many times at Universal in Orlando. I really, really did like it. When I knew it was leaving, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try my best to film some stuff in here. Oh, there's a pirate ship over there. Kind of see it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? There, right there is a pirate ship. It's the Santa Maria. Yeah, I was in at USJ on the last day it closed. I actually asked my company, I was like, listen guys, I got someplace I gotta be today. I really have to go. I have to leave early today. Can I leave like 2 hours early? And they were like, yeah, okay, sure, yeah. Never got to do the Jaws or Back to the Future ride in Florida. That is a little sad. I can understand your sorrow. There are ways to like see it. I mean, it's not like ride. You have to get like a ride system to experience the ride as it was meant to be experienced. But you can come to Japan and do one of those things if you want to come all the way out here. It's a little expensive and it's a costly, but you can see Bruce. He's out here. He's like just over there past the Mitsubishi building there. There's the Mitsubishi building. He's right back over there. There's the Universal Hotels. So right there is the Hollywood Dream, the ride. It's just underneath that bridge. And then Jaws would just be to the left of it. But distance has a way of tricking your eyes to make things look like they're closer. I wonder what these guys are trying to catch. Oh, have you guys seen the videos from, I think it's SoCal Attractions? They went to the Warner Brothers in Dubai, and all the attractions look like they have a great idea of a setup. Like they all are like dark rides, and they have like some good properties. They have a fantastic Gumball. I think that's the name of the show, Gumball show. And there's like a Flintstones flume ride. Yeah, Santa Maria. They also saw the oh, that's cool. See, I didn't get to any of those, but they have a Scooby-Doo ride. He just posted a Scooby-Doo ride today, and it's one of those like motionless or trackless vehicles, and the ride's not very good. But if you were going there with a kid, like, you know, if you had like a family, and you had like a kid that was like 4 to 10, I think you'd have a ton of fun. But it looks like really cheap. It's like almost static statues of the characters. But then there are some things that really impressed me. Like they have a door sequence in the Scooby-Doo ride attraction. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Scooby-Doo, but I like the goofy door sequence. They're like, we gotta get them. I think those are really cool. I wish I could film in the rides at Universal Studios Japan, but unfortunately, either it's for safety reasons, there's no cameras allowed, or they just don't want you to film anything. So that's why you don't see a lot of videos from the inside of these rides ever. Like one of the hardest things to get from Universal is the Horror Nights experience, because you just see the people walking the streets and you must be like, that's it, that must be it. But the houses are pretty incredible. And maybe someone has filmed these things, but they're hard to find. When I'm saying they're hard to find, they're not really hard to find, but they are there. You know, you'd be able to see a GoPro, but if you had glasses that filmed or something like that, maybe they wouldn't be able to see that. And maybe someone's holding on to them for a while, and then maybe one day they'll all be released. Maybe, who knows, right? Anything could happen. I have not seen the new Child's Play trailer yet. However, I saw my friend Zombie Chris did a reaction video to that. I don't want to bother everyone while they're fishing. I'm gonna start walking this way. Head back to the mall, grab a cola. Should I? I mean, like it is now. So with Hellraiser, New Line Cinema is constantly just saying, well, okay, let's make a Hellraiser movie. Everybody, let's make a Hellraiser movie, because we're about to lose the license. They're going to lose the license. We need to make a Hellraiser movie now, or we lose the license. Hey, Karen, how's it going? Is Chucky going to be that way? Because it sure seems like it. Because the last one was like, the creator of Chucky was like, this is it. This is the big reboot. These films might be dead. I would like a good Hellraiser movie, but they've made two stinkers of reboots, like really stinky, terrible reboots. I don't know if anyone should watch those movies. And I have not seen the new Chucky film. I have not seen the new one, and I don't really plan on seeing it. Not like I'm scared of them or anything, but Universal would probably not know about Google Glasses, so you could secretly stream if you're willing to spend cash to get them. Yeah, but then if they see the video and it says, "Oh, this is the channel name," and they're like, "Huh, we know where this guy is. He's got an annual pass here." Nah, like if I was coming to Florida or if I was coming to Osaka for one time, I'd say, yeah, I'll film everything. I'll secretly film everything. But since I'm not, since I live here, it's not worth it. You know, I enjoy going to these parks, and I'm probably going to go to them again more than once. We got the wind blowing now. Yeah. That's one thing. It's not worth it. Like over something so simple, where like a lot of the attractions are already filmed by people who have come once or twice. You know, so you can see the video footage online. I wish I could have got more footage of the Sentosa Universal Studios stuff. I got one of the haunted houses, and that was cool, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back to Singapore. I'd like to, but I don't think I'm ever going to go back. Yeah, because what do you think the next to go for USJ will be? Probably if I was a betting man, of attractions that have to leave, probably not Jaws unless they expand. For Nintendo World. If they expand for Nintendo World, Jaws is on the chopping block because it's literally right behind it. I imagine that they would just take out that entire area and make that the back or another entrance into Super Nintendo World. Jaws or Waterworld, but I don't see them taking out Waterworld because it's too small of a space. However, I think they should use that for a haunted house area and also the Jurassic Park restaurant, the Lost World restaurant that's there. Those horror movies make me so mad. Most of the people deserve to get slaughtered for their lack of common sense. Hey, look, blood, bodies everywhere. Let's investigate. I end up cheering for the bad guy. Did you like Trucker and Dale Fight Evil? About the two redneck guys that in passing seem like they're really scary and vile, but they're actually just two normal guys who are just at the wrong. Well, they're two rednecks that are in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they accidentally keep on killing people because people are being not so smart with their choices. Because that sounds like what you just described. If it's not what you described, I'm sorry. I made mistakes. It's a big yellow character in there. No, I think I think there might even be a sequel now. See that big yellow guy in there? You see him? It's like just sitting there like, hey, how's it going? Boom. It's a worthwhile movie to see. I mean, like I saw it a long time ago, and I might have been like not able to properly function at the time. I guess it's the best way to say it. I didn't really like it that much, but some people would. It's got some fun horror tropes in it. There's the something fairy up this way. Where am I now? I'm there. So I was just at the seaside place, I think. Seaside Park. I'm gonna go back to the ATC building. Up here is that school that I thought was completely abandoned. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Don't Gilligan's Island. I don't speak enough Japanese to understand what you're saying. Sometimes, English now. Could you please translate for me? And Toko says, oh, okay, he's going to speak English, translate for him. And I just say something, and he just says it. And people look at me, look at them very confused, because we just speak in English. And we're just continue to speak English, and we're just saying the exact same thing in English. And it just confuses people. And it's funny. And the only reason I do this is because in the Wizard of Oz book, I think the second Wizard of Oz book, there's a part where there's a character who says, oh, you're from a faraway place. I need someone to translate my language. But they speak English. And he's like, okay, I'll translate for him. And they're just speaking English to one another with a translator. So it's a weird little thing. Yeah, that's the school right up yonder. That when I was there, I was like, oh, I wonder if it's open or not. And then the bell rang. And my answer was answered. The end. I guess it's a lot bigger than it looks. It's kind of like that the titty twister in the film Dusk Till Dawn, because it looks like an entrance up front. And then you go down, and it's a lot deeper. It's actually a pyramid. Which that is a great movie. If you were lucky enough to see that movie without being like spoiled, like the ending spoiled for you, I mean, how lucky you should be. Huh. I'm gonna head down this way because I've never gone here before. Let's go see what's down here. I believe that's an architecture school, I believe. But man, is it beautiful. On the backside, it's like a modern art. Some of my family friends do not articulate their words well, so I asked them to speak Chinese to me, because Ni hao, what's the other one? Aseru, no, not Aseru. Oh shoot, Ami. Ami means I love you. Aseru, I think is I love you in Japanese. I made a mistake. I thought this was going to go straight. It's not. It's got a curve. Is there stairs? Ah, there's stairs. Shishi. I've had, for some reason, I guess a lot of kids out here, their exposure to foreign language is Japanese or Chinese. So sometimes when I say thank you, they're like, shishi, thanks. I'm like, yep, not Chinese, but good try. IBM there. I didn't even know they were a company anymore. Remember as a kid, I was like, ooh, I'm gonna play some video games. I see the name IBM. I played the video game. Yay. Kianaru. Kianaru. Ukin course. I don't know. Sorry. Walking course. Walking. Kianaru walking course. A critic joke. 2 words per minute. This book explodes. Up on pop. Ugh. just blow up. Some great. I like Keanu Reeves. My excellent friends. I heard that they were working on the 3rd Bill and Ted movie, but I don't know. I'm going back to where I started from. Maybe I shouldn't go this. Okay, so the Critic was not a spin-off of The Simpsons, but hold on, let me get back to that. Critic was actually originally supposed to be a live action show, and they they made it, they had the idea of putting Jay Sherman, the main character, as John Lovitz. And then they went to John Lovitz, we have this idea for you, we want to do this. And John Lovitz is like, you know, I'm not interested. I don't want to do it. And they're like, we just built all this. And he's like, well, maybe if it was a cartoon, it'd be okay. Yes, I have seen Five Nights at Freddy's fans out here in Japan. It took me a while to say fans. I'm going to go back this way because I don't have a ton of time instead of going to the port wherever, or because we're coming from. Some people say I look and talk like John Lovitz. Well, anyway, they made the live action show into a cartoon, and they said it's the most backwards way to do it. I believe they sold it to ABC. The owners of ABC took the show, brought the head writers into the show, or whoever was someone at the top. It might be ABC, it might be CBS. I'm sorry, I don't know. Hey, Rio Sophia, thank you for the comment on the ET video, by the way. I would have liked to try the ET version out in Hollywood too. Anyway, let me back up here. They wrote the show as a cartoon. I think either ABC or CBS picked it up. And they didn't think it was funny. They brought the writers in and said, why is this funny? Tell me why this is funny. And they're like, it's funny because of this reason, this reason, this reason. And the guy was like, nope. And then it got sold to Fox. And they were like legally mandated to be have a crossover with The Simpsons. They were there was like a clause or something, so it would boost ratings for the show, but that never happened. The show kind of just always kind of fizzled out, so that's why the Critic kind of went away. Came back in 2000 as like one of the first like revival web cartoons, which lasted a whole like half a season. I forget the name of the website that was on there. Yes, he was. He plays Orson Welles every once in a while, and my God, his Orson Welles is so funny. He's basically just doing Brain, but it's Orson Welles. And there's one where he's like, Blotto's wine, rightfully priced, reasonably priced at $1 a jug, and now for a little magic, I'll make this jug disappear. Yes. We know, filled with, he's selling peas in one episode too, and he's like, Miss Hapshire's green peas, filled with green goodness and green penis. That's terrible. I quit. Just some more for the road. Oh, what luck. A French fry stuck in my beard. I love Orson Welles jokes. I always like there's a California champagne. Oh, palm the sun. Sell no wine before their time. Do you think the people around here enjoy hearing Orson Welles? French champagne. Duly noted for his excellence. Maurice Chevalier, that's a good name. Maurice, he's great. I think he's a great voice actor. I'm not a huge fan of the partner they always team him up with, because I don't like the what's his name? Pinky. I'm not a big fan of like his stuff. Like his voice, maybe that character. However, I love who's the lead in Animaniacs? We will sell no wine before it's time. I wouldn't make an actor say this in Shakespeare. If you could tell me how you say the preposition before the word the, I'll go down on you. Of the Animaniacs, he sometimes, who played Yakko, he sometimes has he's got his own like podcast where he brings people on and they say things as different characters, and that is pretty genius, because it's pure straight comedy. I would like to see. I didn't like Animaniacs when I was a kid. I don't think I'd like it today. However, I was a huge fan of Freakazoid, which was the spiritual sequel to Animaniacs. Because when I was a kid, it was Tiny Toons, and then Animaniacs, then Freakazoid, then I believe a show called Hysteria. Hysteria, yeah. And I think Freakazoid is probably one of the funniest shows ever made. There's so many jokes in that show that just like hit all the right buttons, except some of the episodes are really stupid. You have to. There's like there's a curve that goes to the Spider-Man bus. I'm gonna wait till this car comes in. I'm gonna go. But man, I love Freakazoid. The episode with a certain guy who holds something that would give light, and his last name is Jack. Yeah. That's my favorite episode. Can't say his name because he ties you up and kidnaps you with rope. Don't even fall for that. Like, that's a show that I go back to every once in a while just to watch, to make sure that it's still aged well. And to me, they age really well because it's like obscure references to dumb movies that I enjoyed. But I did not hear that Anime AX is coming back. You dumb kid! You just got timed out. Sorry, SNS. It's just a joke. I don't know if I can I didn't mean to delete you. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. Sorry, man. Sorry. It's a joke. We got for 300 seconds. That's what, like a couple minutes. I'm sorry, SNS. Sorry. I just made him a moderator too. He's always on, and he's a patron too. So I gotta keep him on. I'm sorry. I was gonna do that to anyone. Who said his name. I'm sorry. I hope you're not mad about that. It's just a joke. It's a joke. He'll be back shortly. I apologize if I hurt your feelings, though. Believe me, we used to do a podcast called Screen Chasers, and in this podcast we would just be like, I really would hate it if that guy showed up that was in that Freakazoid episode. Well, what's his name? I don't know. Oh no, SNS come back. Like I said, he's gotta wait just a moment. I'm sorry, buddy. 300 seconds. How long is 300 seconds? I have to look that up. 300 divided by 60. I should be able to do this. It should be like 5 minutes over there. So I promise to make sure that I stay on for another 5 minutes, just to make sure that I don't lose someone who's a really nice person. Hold on a second. I'm gonna bring up my other phone here, and I'm gonna do this. Did it? 300. He should be back any moment, I think. Divided by 60. Yeah, 5 minutes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. I just wanted to double check because I feel bad. I shouldn't have. Why do I live in Japan, Joe? Oh no, he's not the best beautiful. Joe, why do I live out in Japan? Because I actually so that's a great question. I've lived out here for like 4 years. Truly, I just wanted to do something different. I wasn't satisfied with living in America, and obviously living out here is not going to solve your problems. Living in Japan will not solve your problems, and there's a lot of the same problems you'll find out anywhere else in the world. However, the one thing I liked about this place is that there's safety. For most of the part, I wouldn't have to drive, which I haven't had to touch a car unless I really wanted to, but I don't have a driver's license, so I don't really should. I can go up and touch a car, I guess. I don't have to drive. The safety and my knowledge of the language is kind of low, so because of that, I don't hear the somewhat nasty things that people might say to me. So I'm kind of happy because I'm just kind of oblivious to that. He should be able to come back on in about 2 more minutes. So thank you for that question, Joe. I get that one. That one. A lot of people like to ask that question. It's a very good question. But the world is where you want to live. You can live wherever as long as you have the money. It's an anti-time spray. Ah, darn. Not that. I hate anti-time spray. Oh, timeout. Okay. Okay, anti-timeout. Okay. Oh, okay. I see. I don't know. I don't even know if I can one up that. S&S, if you're still there, you're a good guy. Sorry. Oh, I feel terrible. Hey, what's up, TNT Man Cave? How is Tokyo Disneyland? Tokyo Disneyland's pretty cool. I mean, like, compared to, like, what do you want to compare it to? Walt Disney World or Disneyland or Paris? Let's see. Oh, I got it now. My messages are on TikTok because of timeout. Yeah, sorry. You're back now. You're back, and you're moderator. Sorry about that, SNS. Sorry, man. You're cool. You said his name, made me laugh. Anyway, yeah, Tokyo Disneyland's awesome. However, it's very similar to what you experience in Florida, and maybe even in California. But Tokyo Disney Sea is the place that you should go. If there was anything to see, that would be it. I'm giving S&S immunity. Which Disney is better? European, the Japanese one. So I've never been to the one in Paris. So I can't comment on that, even though I've been to Paris twice in my life. I don't think I'm ever gonna go there. Okay, so that's a great question, TNT Man Cave. But I would probably say Florida because Florida has more options when it comes to Disney. But Disney Sea is probably one of the best parks in the world. Yes, there's only two. TNT Man Cave. Why did I pick Osaka over any other place? Well, Osaka was kind of given to me. I was told by my company that I came to Japan with that you will never be able to go to any of the places that you want to go to. You're going to be put out in the sticks. And I was like, okay, well, I guess if I was going to be put out in the sticks, I'd, best of situation, I'd like to be placed in Tokyo or in Yokohama and also Osaka. 2 days before I was set to leave, I got a call, and the call was, hey, sorry, you're not going to go to Tokyo to train. You're going to Osaka. And I've been to Osaka ever since, and let me tell you, I love the city. It's really, really nice. SNS, I hope you accept my apology. I'm really sorry. I hope not to offend you, bud. Oh, is Tokyo Disneyland and Disney a lot of money? Like roughly each park per day costs you about $70. So it's cheaper than, it's 70 or 80 bucks. So it's way cheaper than Florida. Oh, I would try to do both. Like the reason I say do both is what I would say is I got to start calming down because I'm getting into places. Disney Sea is worth the money for sure. I would pay to get the all-you-can travel pass, especially if you're coming one time. Like I would spend like 4 or 5 days in Tokyo, maybe 2 days out here in Osaka, perhaps 2 days, and then 1 day in Kyoto, 1 day in Nara, and then 1 day over in Hiroshima. That would be my plan, because Hiroshima's Hiroshima. That was one of the saddest and most terrible places I've ever experienced in my life. Which do I prefer, Disney World or Universal in Florida? So I've loved Universal since I was a kid, like absolutely loved Universal. So I have to say that I think Universal is the better park. I'm kind of curious what happens if someone is in timeout. Probably nothing. Mysterious Island rocks. I plan to go this way. Well, I don't think you really need to be into video games to enjoy this place. You can really enjoy it by itself. I mean, Japan's got great culture. A lot of people like just, the food and everything. Good night, completely disinterested. Thanks for joining, man. And I can't believe some of these people are coming. Okay, so let's play the flag game really quickly. That's not India, right? Is that India? That's Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany. This is India. What's this? Argentina, thank you. What's this? This is Italy, Japan, Mexico, Korea, South Africa, Russia, United Emirates, Poland. Okay, Poland. Hey, what's up? What's this? Anyone know? UK, America, the UN, right? Or the United? I don't even know. Saudi Arabia. Okay, Saudi Arabia. Thanks. Not up on my flags. Turkey. Oh, it's Turkey. Okay. Okay. Hey, Balder. Good to see you, man. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. Handmade arts. These things are really popular. Okay. I'm just gonna. Vivi stuff. Power dangers, yeah. Stranger danger, stay away from them. Oh, there's something free up here. I want to go check that out. 10th floor. I've got time, right? Double check. I got time. Yeah, I got time. Is it me? I used to live in Florida. Born and raised in Florida. Tents have studios? I think this is like a thing of skeletons. It says it's free. It's from today's the 16th and it's the 24th. So why not give it a shot? I feel like, oh, the tent studio, probably like a place to buy, like studio. It's that big place for tents. I'm not sure. Oh, I did live in Orlando for a little bit. For when I say a little bit, I mean about 5 or 6 years. SNS, I hope I didn't upset you too much, buddy. Tents for us. Spatula City. Spatula City. So, if I were to say any place in Orlando, I'd probably recommend maybe, what is this? This is a, what is it? I'd probably say maybe, shoot, I can't even think. Probably, or maybe Epcot. This way. It's the bones. No ice. That's right, Tyler. It's no ice. Let's see. I know. I think the international thing of Pakistan is somewhere here. Got to forget that on this tunnel that's right below me, like it's a straight drop, and I hate this. I hate this so much. Oh, oh, my lips are getting chapped. I hate this. I feel like I'm going to the Amazing Egress right now. I've been here so many times. I've never seen this before in my life. It smells like a library. Pigs, Happy New Year, Chinese New Year. So let's go this way. That's where they put you when they don't want to talk to you. They do still have Toys R Us. I found it. Konnichiwa. Sorry, no, daiju. Free? Daiju? Okay. Okay, arigatou gozaimasu. Domo. All right, we're in. Okay, we'll get that. Domo, thank you so much. Gotta be quiet. It's a hippo. It's a hippopotamus. This is from a elephant. Sorry guys, gotta be quiet. Human. Horse. Bird. Duck. This is a duck. It's a friggin' big duck. Whale. This poor little giraffe is no Well, that was interesting. I can't say that I was expecting anything like that before. I mean, I've been around this area before, but I've never seen like a museum area. I didn't know that they started doing this in right next to Tokyo Station. Domo arigato, Mister. There's next to Osaka Station is a place called Kite, which means stamp. It's a post office, and they have like a free curiosity museum, but you're not allowed to take pictures in. So I was surprised that they were like, pictures okay. Well, I love this is some places are dead zones. There was a big Godzilla thing back there too. It was kind of cool. Well, I think it's about that time anyway that I need to start heading out. It was fun, kind of walking around with you guys. Thanks for keeping around and chilling with me. As I always say, you can do it, I can do it, we can all do it. Be nice to one another. They would have a ball. See, that was above that. There was nothing below me. Whew. Oh, my hands are sweating now just thinking about that. Thanks, guys. Have a good day. Thank you so much to Martin for the donation. And thank you, SNS, for sticking around the whole time, even after I cut you out there. I hope you have a wonderful day. Good luck, everybody. Have a wonderful day and stay groovy. Or, well, you can do it. I can do it. We can all do it.